losing it to the players who had the long range advantage, and from there on Falcons couldn't hold themselves off. But as we move to Kalahari, it is the land for the ones who enjoy the long range engagement. The Snipers Haven now ready to kick things off in game number 2 of the Grand Finals. The 12 lot in front of our screens to be crowned by fire.
Fortune favors the bold, and in this game, the team that makes the boldest decisions, the boldest hot drops, will probably be the ones that reap all the rewards. Oh, look at that. Apex Gaming changed their drop location. They normally go towards the sub, but this time they go towards Stone Ridge because they know that no other teams who like going in Stone Ridge are present in this lobby. Generally, they fight Autobots over here in Stone Ridge, but Apex Gaming, they are alone now. Hotshots in command post, they also should have no problem. But in confinement, you've got Aurora taking a hot drop against SHUL, and Azrael, Zeus and the Axel both get one elimination each. The only person who survives is Stroll, and he's not even in confinement. He is in Santa Catrina. So that 3-1 split drop actually keeps SHUL alive. Otherwise, all of them would have been dead right now. They would have been eliminated.
Yeah. SHUL, just for that reason alone, they will survive. But will there be a survival for RRQ in the second game? Straw Hats have already found an opening, while their teammates as reinforcements are using the zip to make sure they get closer. Straw Hats might be in trouble. Extra goes down, and then it's followed up by nil. Straw Hats did not have numbers here, and they gave a little bit of a defensive chance for RRQ Kazu to recover at Refinery, and we've always seen Refinery is something that they hold dear to their heart and also as a stronghold, and it worked out right now. And from here on, they're trying to move further, because if Straw Hats, 2 players were so close by, took a fight, there might be more, and the Arvon gives them the information. As you can see, RRQ Kazu quickly, of a challenge that you put in front of us, you better stand to it, is what their chase is on, and they've spotted the players, Shocked and Who. RRQ Kazu, once they start off, they entail the opponents. They look forward to eliminations, and now they want more. But it seems like they do not want to move away from Refinery. But Abe, he is their Russia primary one who gets the majority of the eliminations. I think he's also on the top charts of our top 5 elimination leaders. And Abe, wanting to take a hit. Tier 18 was knocked, and that's why RRQ Kazu for the time being just stall. And it seems like they're finally deciding to back off.
Yeah, RRQ Kazu also, they realize that if they drag this fight on for too long, they will invite third parties. And look at that, there was a potential third party on its way. AG Global were making their way over here. So while Maal continues to take shots against Straw Hats, RRQ, the rest of them, have spread out. And I think they might have spotted at least one member of AG Global by now, because they're heading very close in that direction. There you go, Cypher spotted. Runs, tries to take shots against him, but then he realizes, wait, there's one more over here. So he gives that call out, uses the blue wall and disengages. No, but as he tries to go for the heal, Nameless jumps out. A very well-timed time turner keeps him alive for just a few more seconds. But unfortunately, he will still lose that duel. Dew, on the other hand, is doing so much damage, and that leaves poor Abhay in a very precarious situation. He tries to go for the pre-fire, but still loses his life. Maal, very much in control of the vending machine, now has to stop Dew. But Dew with that M590 deletes Maal, and now he controls the vending machine instead. AG Global back at full strength.
2 snipers fighting, neither with a sniper weapon. One end on COD and the other end was a M590, but that continues by Baros as well with his M590.
Oh,
he's already dealt a blow, but that quickly gets exchanged. Now Nameless wants to close the distance before they get the elimination confirmation, and Cypher as well from the corner. They both move in together, and Revenant X-Park, who decided to put up a challenge, will be forced off the position. Thankfully, it was only the 2. So Revenant X-Park only gave away those 2 eliminations, but at least that's confidence for All Gamers Global, and they will try to continue this.
And while they indeed try to continue all of this, All Gamers Global have already dealt with all the threats in the vicinity. So it will be some time before they get into another gunfight. Meanwhile, Titan Esports Club and Demon's Pride, these guys have been clashing since the start of the South Asia play-ins, man. I mean, the top team of Malaysia was, the top team of Bangladesh, sorry, was the top team of Pakistan. And when these 2 Titans clash, one of them will fall. This time, it's Demon's Pride. And Titan Esports Club get the first elimination of the game. 6 eliminations to their name. And they completely wipe out Demon's Pride after giving them only 2 points to work with.
Oh no, Team Apex Gaming, they've been always troubled. We saw even Aurora took fights, but somehow they've been exchanging blows. They have 4 eliminations, still end up losing a player right now. Wolvin, KD God doesn't have money, but I hope his teammates have. But KD God wants to rejoin his teammates. But I think there are opponents at the sub. Oh, no, actually, we saw his teammates itself. So KD God right now holding as a sniper a little afar. But I don't think as of now around the sub we did spot anybody at least even hovering. The only thing KD God is right now spotting is a drop. But in the meantime, Titan Esports Club is picking up players. Even AG Global, if they finally find one from afar. Team Apex Gaming a knock and the confirmation on Shoto as well. So the fight that we were thinking is still on the long range and it is continuing. Bigatron by Vitality. The challenge from their end is towards the Straw Hats. Extra, he's all alone. I don't know this decision. Sibang deals with one, but Troll is right behind. What is happening? 3 different teams, 3 individuals, and it's going to be Troll from Setelah who will get the benefit of the elimination.
It's a 3-way battle, man. It's a 1v1v1. And every team sends their best contender to deal with this problem. Troll has a lovely angle onto DX, but Prince actually confirms that knock with the cord. Unfortunately, Troll does get his head blown clean off of his shoulders. And that's what happens when you get shot like that. You bleed out very quickly. I'm guessing it's because one of the passive abilities that was equipped onto his opponents. Bigatron. Can they continue using this numbers advantage to get more? Meanwhile, RRQ. Oh my god, Ma'al! He had the jump on Blade! He still loses the duel! The reflexes on this guy, sharp as a razor, sharp as a blade indeed.
4 eliminations to now 6. He's been the one right now taking opponents down and slaying them. And Kalahari seems to be his own land of menace. And Titan Esports Club, they're again inching towards the same amount of eliminations they had in Bermuda, but unfortunately could not close the map. 10 in total. Falcons on the other end, they have to find a recovery. Whereas Aurora have found recovery in this game. I did see on the feed a lot in terms of eliminations. They were fighting on different teams. One of them were Yes Tag, and they have 6 in their name. Aurora, who had 0 points, now finally have lifted off towards 6, but that's not going to be enough because in this game there's still the team at the 11th position who have not been eliminated. So if Aurora go out, they don't get any placement points. So for Aurora, this game has to be a very big recovery. At least putting double digits on the board should be a mandate for them if they are back on the race.
Yep, and this race is becoming more and more intense. Oh no! RRQ tripping over their own shoelaces and they're out of this race once again. At least this time they have something to show. At least they have a few more eliminations than last time. They have 5, which brings their total up to 10. But, I mean, let's be honest, it's still nowhere near enough. We don't expect this level of performance from a giant like RRQ. Meanwhile, AG Global are behaving just like we expect them to. They are winning so many fights against Titan Esports Club. Meanwhile, Aurora, even though they're splitting up, they have a potential clash against Falcons on the horizon, but it's not begun yet. Meanwhile, AG Global, after dealing with Titan Esports Club, now look at their next target, and it's Revenant X-Pac. I'm believing Revenant X-Pac probably came into third party on this fight, but somehow they enable Kutush to escape, and now they're in a 4v4 against AG Global, who, by the way, are looking super hot right now. 16 eliminations for them already. 2 dashes across. Cypher forced to use that double cocoon blue wall and jumps into the time turner hoping to get the knock. He does get Zohan. He gets Arsh as well. Cypher with his shotgun is going insane right now. He's berserk. Quadra elimination for him. And it's just up to Vincent. Somehow he's still surviving. Dew trying to run circles around him. And Vincent tries to climb up. But he doesn't get that. Cypher welcomes him with open arms and an open shotgun straight to his face. AG Global eliminate Revenant X-Pac and they are at 20 eliminations already. Sam, what is going on? It's just the second circle and they have 20 eliminations already. Will we see a potential 45 bomb once again?
Yesterday they had 33 in total when they concluded the game. It was on Nextera, the one which has the highest in terms of eliminations, but we saw today the games which followed the suit. Next was Kalahari, and Kalahari seems to be again another high elimination game. Maybe confidence that their end that they were able to, but this does kind of affect the other teams who were on the race. 30 eliminations that they are almost pointing towards, 20 that they've already gotten, but Bigatron Vitality, they are also on the same chase. Straw Hats finally found and all the players set off. Sibang getting 2 of it in his name, and that puts them also on double digits here in Kalahari.
Like shooting at fish in a barrel. Bigatron had such lovely angles against that team. It's almost like strong. Straw Hats would have never been able to shoot back. Okay, this is getting very scary now, Sam. I'm not gonna lie. 20 eliminations on All Gamers Global, 10 on Bigetron. And in a game like Kalahari, where we generally see 30 plus players alive in the 5th circle, now we are at 30 plus players in the 3rd circle itself. This game is going way faster than I expected. There's gonna be so much room in the final circle. Can you believe it? It's not gonna be super crowded. 4 teams are already out. Generally, by the 3rd circle in Kalahari, we have all 12 teams alive, but this time there's only 8. That kind of tells you how difficult it is to survive and escape and revive your team. I mean, even SHUL would have been eliminated if they did not go for a 3-1 split drop at the start. So, yeah.
Right now, I'm unable to understand where this game stands at. Look at Aurora, who are right now at the #9, and that is only because they got 9 points now. If this was better from the previous one, maybe we would have seen a lot more. However, they're at 9 points. Then SATL in the mix is just having 3. Falcons with only 4 in this game. Team Apex Gaming. But from there on, Titan Esports Club, AG Global, Bigetron by Vitality, all in double digits. Team Apex Gaming, they need to turn the tide in this direction. 4 eliminations. Aurora has them surrounded. Trouble for Wolvin. 2 of them go for a hit. Now Shoto on a 1v2 situation puts one down in the chrono. Plays well and gets the second. And Shoto, oh no, finally will be hit by the axle. And KD God has to help him out. Sahil Jat, he's the one who makes the jump using that hook gun, gets closer now. Axel, he will be troubled. He'll not be allowed to get himself those eliminations or knock. And the players from Team Apex Gaming are back. But Axel still has a small gap. But I don't think the player who's on his knees will be brought back to life.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible. June has to act right now because Axel, sure, he can get down from there, but relinquishing the high ground will expose him to Apex Gaming in a very, very difficult way, and I don't think he can survive that one. Keep in mind that this is also the 3rd circle, so these teams cannot afford to stay outside for too long. One of them already dipped. Apex Gaming 1 by 1, leaving the area. Axel finds his way to yet another revival point. And there you go, he's been able to revive the 2 remaining members of Aurora. So they're back at full strength, but they're still tanking way too much blue zone damage. And meanwhile, Apex Gaming are already out of here. Oh no, the trouble doesn't end. It's Troll now. He's taking pot shots at them. But wait, SHUL need to be worried about AG Global as well. SHUL are shooting at Aurora, but AG Global have found their attention. And this will be very difficult to shake off.
This is the problem. But on the other end, Aurora also get taken down. They're out. The 9 eliminations that they got were pushed to 11, but that is all. AG Global on the other end, as the zone was about to close in, they rather move away from SATL Esports, and it seems like SATL Esports somehow from that threat of AG Global have made their way across, but they have a big hill to climb up and the terrain is not at all good. As you can see, it's only Troll and Jack. I think Bunny is in a complete different direction from them, and there it is, Bunny gets picked off. That is the reason I was thinking, where is that one player? I didn't see his card, and it's going to be Titan Esports Club who pick him off. Right, as of now, 7 teams still surviving here in Kalahari. The 4th circle about to close off. But this shot gives information that there is one team right at the hills downside. And SHUL, they don't have the numbers. And if they take this fight, they don't even have the ridge to play. The terrain is not going to support them. And that could be trouble. But trouble as Bigetron Vitality. They make a jump at Titan Esports Club. And this time it's going to be Koja not allowing Titans to send their own launchers. And they start picking them off. Knocks coming through. And Rahat becomes the only survivor with his position compromised.
Oh my god, 39 HP and a dream, but it doesn't happen. He gets frozen to death. Doja gets that elimination and Titan Esports Club also fall. 6 teams alive in the 4th circle. Yeah, this is not your average Kalahari game, ladies and gentlemen. And Koja finds the angle onto Sci-Fi as well. But he needs to escape. He needs to get the high ground first before he can continue fighting AG Global, because if he doesn't, then Falcons will be able to shoot them down. Bigetron by Vitality, prioritizing the position over the elimination points. He gets that knock onto Cypher, but doesn't stick around long enough to check if it's confirmed or not. They need to get to a safer spot first, and this seems like as good of a spot as any other. They will now make their next move when the circle finally shifts. And where does it shift? It shifts towards hot shots. Oh my god, both Bigetron by Vitality and AG Global have to use the same pathing to get to that platform, and they will end up fighting each other. Oh, this could be a clash of the Titans.
The Giants might fall here in their run to get eliminations and to try and get a title, especially on the Grand Finals. Bolt make a call. It's going to be a lightning zone here. Everybody under threat, and it's going to be Falcons who try to take the advantage on the platform. Hot shots right next to them. Leo is across. Pino, we know he tries to find the opening, but a little distracted seem Falcons here. Just because of the glue walls and containers, they seem tad bit safe. But finally, there is a run. It's going to be Pina again trying to go in for an initiation. He wants to go in, the nade damage doing it for hot shots. And now Limit X7, the barrier is destroyed and the glue wall action is the first to fall. Limit X7, he does get exchanged. Sajid and Anas, they have to try and bring this game back. Sajid with the electrotherapy, but for how long? Pina, quick on the glue wall, is now stuck. However, will be able to patch himself up. Back on good health. Limit X7 and the whole squad of Falcons are ready, but Bigatron by Vitality in the other end. Tag and SATL together put them out of the run.
Yeah, so while Falcons and Hotshots are clashing on top of this compound, below it's SHUL, Tag and Bigatron clashing each other. Bigatron finally go down, but Falcons have not been able to eliminate Hotshots just yet. Anna still keeping the hope alive, desperately drops downstairs, and that's much worse because now Pina has clear angles on him. Hotshots, the winner of the previous game, are out of this, and now Falcons control the high ground. Meanwhile, at the bottom, you got Apex Gaming trapped in a corner against AG Global. Shoto running for his life, surviving on 1 HP, but they also fall. AG Global control the ground below, Falcons control the skies above, and SHUL are trapped in between. They're trying to find the angles onto AG Global, but they're not finding any opportunity. They're trapped in that corner, and they're being peppered by glue wall melters.
AG Global, 24 eliminations already, and they want more. SATL Esports, they want their game here, but they've lost a player, so it's going to be a 3v4 battle against the AG Global. 24 elimination strong, dash coming through, but Jack doesn't land. It's going to be Dew with his sniper, and that is already trouble. Prince going down, the last man standing from SATL Esports. He's trying to make a run, but Troll, where will he go? He's out in the open. Falcons or AG Global, either of them will be able to spot, but he's ahead of that, zone shifting, but this position nowhere safe. But this has kind of at least given attention that AG Global have to be worried about Falcons, but Falcons understand this. They have the better advantage. Take the platform, make a jump, and Racha, Pina and Keroro all make it across, while Limit X7 being the menace from above. The devil wants to make sure he strikes bullets, but the zone's closing in, and AG Global are not allowing Limit X7, knowing that there's a player above, and the Barros with his barrage nade finds an opening once again, and Falcons down a member.
And Falcons have lost Limit X7. The man who was supposed to provide Overwatch is dead. It's all up to Kororo now, up close. He lands one more knock, but somehow knocks himself with the nade. Oh my god, that's a massive error. Can they recover from this one? It's all up to Racha, trapped in this cocoon of glue walls like a caterpillar, emerges like a butterfly, only to be trampled upon by AG Global. The team that was once struggling to close out Booyah, despite having all the eliminations in the world, prove that they will not be held back by the curse. Prove that they are here to take over the globe and take over Asia.